Hey, welcome to Culture Pop Collectibles. I'm your host Anthony Thomas, and today I'm going to be doing a comic book review. Comic book review, and what I have is Spawn number one. I have two spawns. Well, actually, I got more than two, but these here two I have graded. I mean, not graded, but signed, and I have them signed. I had them signed in 1996 when I was a teen. And I don't know if you can see that. It has Al Simmons. Al Simmons, aka Spawn. AKA Spawn. He signed this. He signed this one here. He signed like five other books that I had, and this was at oh man, the comic book convention in Orlando in '96, and Todd Mcfarlane, I think he was there. I think Todd was there, and he was busy. And I got, Todd was there, and he was there in '96. I came back around and got something else signed by Tom. It was the Batman and Spawn. It was Spawn and Batman book. Spawn and Batman book that I got Todd McFarlane to sign, and I had Al Simmons sign. He said whatever you got, I sign. He was a real nice guy, and he said I'll sign all your books that you brought, and he signed them all. So I should have brought more. If I know he was gonna be that generous. But he signed these two here, and Todd I think was signing like one or two books. He wasn't signing a whole bunch because it was a lot. He had a long line, so he said, "I'm just signing." I think it was two books I got signed by Todd. Uh, uh, but I'll show those another time. But I just wanted to show these here. I want to ask a question at the end, about these books. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the comic book review of these books. If you haven't read these books, where have you been? If you haven't seen these books, where have you been? If you've been in the comic book industry, you know about these books here. Um, and one thing I like about this cover is that Batman flavor that it has. With the bats and everything and all that. So I'm doing the comic book cover, and I'll talk more about that later. But this book came out um, in 1992. The original price was $195, and I don't. I'm gonna look up the eBay, how much if people are selling it on eBay. I'm gonna do that. You know, right in a few minutes. I'm gonna look that up. But the tag line in this book was the question, and question. I guess Spawn had questions about who he was, what happened to him, and this is issue number one. This is not but not a newsstand copy. These are not newsstand copies, but what make these are so rare is they were signed by Al Simmons, and it'd been nice. See, back then in the day, I didn't know nothing about news, stand copy versus the non-newsstand copy. Now it's worth more if it's a newsstand copy and all that kind of stuff. So, but without further ado, the cover price was $195 on this here, as well as, and this is not a graded book. No, it's the variant edition. No, it's not a variant edition. And signed book by Al Simmons, aka Spawn, in '96. I personally handed it to the man. We had a conversation, and he signed all the books I had. And my grade of the whole story, I give it an A+. I give the main character A+. Spawn is, at the particular time, he's number 50. He's 50 as far as, in, God, I forgot the poll. But he's 50 in this particular poll where he's the most popular. 50 out of 600 characters that are very popular. And let's look up the price on eBay right quick. I'm gonna look it up on Spawn. Go to my eBay app and let's go to home. Let's do a little search. Let's put, I'm gonna put Spawn number 1. Yeah. Spawn number 1 is going on eBay right now. Somebody got Spawn number 1 unsigned. No newsstand, not graded, for $20, or best offer $4.99 shipping. Graded version of this book, not newsstand version. Somebody got it graded, CBCS graded 9.8. Todd Mcfarlane and Ken Stancy. And if they forgot to put an E on that, on the Stacy. $100. $100 for a graded version of this book, unsigned, and $14 to ship it. And somebody started one out as a bid on the same issue. Same copy of everything. $5.50, $4 bid. 4 bids so far, and it's 2 days to go. 2 days and 9 hours, and this is $2.99 to ship that particular. This is on eBay. I'm looking at eBay right now. Somebody also got the same book uncertified for $25, free shipping. Somebody else got it on there for $19.99 or best offer plus $5.12 shipping. Now you gotta remember, mine is signed by the actual guy that Spawn based the character on. $12.95 first bid. So they got it on the bid. I'm pretty sure I can get quite a bit for each one of these here because they're signed. And got a newsstand version. Newsstand version it's got 14 bids on it. 2 days and 9 hours ago. It's up to $31 and $2.99 to ship. $2.99 to ship it, and so. And then they got one here that's in a bag. Pedigree Gold Edition seal. They got it on eBay for $24.99. Let me see if I can get a big picture of that and let you see that one there. It's in a poly bag with a seal on it, and they're asking $24.99 or best offer plus $4 shipped for that. So with that being said, let's see. I'm gonna put in here a signed copy. Let's see if somebody got a signed copy on here. I haven't seen nobody with a signed copy yet. So let's go in here, and I see some, a lot of graded. Let's go in here with a signed copy or autograph copy. Let's see the signed Spawn number 1. Yeah, they got. I'm looking for this particular issue. Yeah, they got this one here, It's signed and graded by Todd Mcfarlane, and it's going for $375 on eBay. Now they got another one, signed copy of this book by Todd McFarlane with a toy for $89. And that's this one here. Let's see if I can blow that up. At least some of it. I ain't worried about the toy. But oh yes, excuse my screen cause I dropped my phone and cracked it. I gotta get it replaced. But that's a signed copy by McFarlane himself, and that's going for, with the toy, or with the action figure. I say toy, action figure, $89.99 plus $10 at shipping, and there's 2 bids on that already. So let's go see if we can find one that's okay. Here we got one that a Spawn one signed by Todd McFarlane plus Spawn issue bundle image comic. I don't know what they mean by that. Okay, maybe they can make sure. Oh, okay. So they got a bundle image. I'm assuming they got these other. So that one doesn't count. I mean, because they're bundling other stuff with that. I'm looking for a single signature, a single product on as far as the book is concerned. Because they got tons of Todd McFarlane books in. They got a lot of trade paperbacks of Spawn stuff as well. Yes, okay, I'm not gonna spend all day on this. All right. So, just by saying, I see Todd McFarlane, but I don't see no Al Simmons now. Al Simmons. Let's do that. Let's go one step. Sign Al Simmons. I know I wasn't the only one. Yeah, okay. I see Todd McFarlane. They going with first appearance of Al Simmons. First appearance, not signed. But it's all. Here we go. Now we're talking. Baba. This one here. Now, and it's the same one. Somebody got this one on eBay for $39, and he got his signed in '97, a year after I did. You can see that signature there, '97 by the glowing hand, the power hand, Al Simmons. That's just how Al Simmons signed mine, the same way that this book here. So, and this one got signed in '97. So this guy's asked, or this lady's asked for $40 for the book plus $7.85 to ship it. So, and that's what I'm thinking too. If I sell this, if I get it graded as something different, but that's what I'm thinking too. So, great. I mean, the storyline in that, I'll talk about the story, and that's on eBay. I didn't look on Amazon. I could look on Amazon. Let's see if it's even on Amazon. Let's go to Chrome. It should be. I don't want to make this video too long. I want everybody to get, this guy looking at prices and stuff. He should have had this already figured out. But I think, hey, just I like the spontaneous of some things. Spawn number one. Spawn number one. Let's just go. Yeah, oh man, yeah, they got Spawn 1. Oh, I got it on. It's on Kindle. It's on Kindle. Got Comicology. Kindle price is $0. That don't help me, and I'm not gonna spend all. All right. So next up is creators on this book is Todd Mcfarlane did the cover as the art. He did the art, and Ken Stacy, he actually painted this cover. You know, whether he painted it digitally, I don't know if they had digital back then, but he painted it. Might have been watercolor. You know, could be oil based. And interior art, Todd Mcfarlane. Publishing companies, Image, writer, inker, and letter. Writer and inker is Todd Mcfarlane. Letter is Tom Orszowski, and colorist is Steve Olive, and assistant editor in chief is Dan Ditko, and editor is Wanda. I'm just gonna go with Wanda K, and then I don't think it was a variant cover back then on this. It might have been, or it might be printed in Canada. It was printed in Canada, which is where Todd Mcfarlane is from, and I'm assuming that's where he still lives. Book cover layout, the good and the bad. On this cover, I see no bad. I mean, I think this was a knockout cover. I think he really thought about this cover on how he wanted to place the chain, how he wanted to place the hand, with the power coming out, all perfectly placed, where you got the hands going out towards the reader, and he has the bats, the silhouettes of the bats. So he didn't get real detail into the bats, which, I mean, if you want to point that part out, he could have got a little bit more detail with the bats and stuff. Maybe putting some fangs on the bat, showing some a little bit more details in the body and stuff and all that. Probably could have did that one, especially with this one here. He could have made that. But overall, when you first look at it, you really don't pay attention to the bats. You pay attention to this area here. The cape. The cape takes up the whole page. So, I mean, overall, I give it an A+. And the pose, I love the pose. The way he has his hand going down, and you don't know if he's jumping, he's standing, or he's in the air. But it's cool because his cape is going all over the place. So there must, and his cape is alive. Which, as we know, is the cape and the chain and all that is alive. So, and in this book, printed on newspaper print. So I give it, I give the book cover, an A+. Featured characters in this book was obviously Spawn, Al Simmons, Albert Francis L. Simmons, Wanda. That showed in this book here. Supporting cast was Twitch, Wanda, Police, Today's News, Entertainment, television. Sam and Twitch, CNN News, My Views on Channel 2, Channel 7 News. That was in a supporting cast on this here. Villains, gangs. They had a gang in here getting ready to either rape and harm this woman, and Malbug was basically with the devil, and even though Violator, he didn't show up in this, so he's in the second. Jason Wayne, they showed a picture of him and all that, and so that, and on to the next one. Now, there's some cool ads in this book that some people might not realize. Yeah, I got the stuff on the back. They have a Spawn pin-up on glossy paper. It's in the middle of the book. It's a Spawn pin-up, and you got Starboard Home Videos, the Stan Lee, the comic greats. And basically, this is where Stan Lee got artists like Todd McFarlane, Rob Liefeld, Cedric Argans, Jim Lee, John Romita Jr. and Sr., Will Eisner, Bob Kane, Harvey Kurtzman, and Willis Partucci, something like that. I don't know how to pronounce his last name or at first. But this is where Stan Lee had a series of artists that he recorded them drawing in their style and giving art educational technique. Also, they showed an ad in here in 1992, the 17th annual Chicago Comic Con, July 3rd, Friday, and July 4th on a Saturday, and July 5th on a Sunday. It was a 3-day event. The main guests, and it was Image Comics, which is Todd McFarlane, Rob Liefeld, Jim Lee, Jim Valentino, Mark Silvestri, Eric Larson, and Willis, P. I'm gonna go with that. And then they put underneath in small letters, Mr. Lee appearance is technically scheduled as of a press time, so they didn't know if Jim Lee was going to actually show up. Plus over 200 guests from Malibu, Marvel, DC, Eclipse, and so forth. Now, that was just those particular ads. Then they had pinups of Pitt by Del Keown. Then they had an illustration cover, illustration pinup by George Perez of Spawn. And then they had more ads by Malibu, Diamond. They had a preview catalog. They had 2 preview catalogs showcasing there by Diamond. And then they had a magazine cover showcased by Advanced Comics. And I think, yeah. The Spawn, the story basically in this particular issue was they showing Spawn. He's already in his costume. He's I'm gonna get one. I'll give you, because the first story is pretty simple. It wasn't like real detail anything. It was just like, okay, Al Simmons coming back and saying why, but and he's having flashback in his past life, in certain pages. So it's a lot of this is they showing. This is the time when Al got killed, and he's coming back to life, and he's trying to figure out what happened, where he's at, why he's in this costume, and he's having flashback of his past life. He's, they're introducing Sam and Twitch. Sam and Spawn meets up with he's traveling, probably jumping around in the city. And he runs across this gang or whatnot, getting ready to rape this woman, and he, dismantle that. And this is the pin up in there. I was talking about it's in the comic. So if you don't have the pin up in there, that devalues the comic. That devalues the comic. It's just like that in one comic, or in certain comics, when they have those stamps in there, if you take the stamp out of the comic, it devalues the comic. So yes, Spawn is having flashbacks. The news is telling their story about what's going on with the CIA, the corporation that he used to work with, and then at the end, Spawn takes his gloves off and sees his skin, and it's like he's been burnt. Which they did set him on fire and kill him. And then It has pinups in the back, so it's a pretty simple story, but it's a good first issue story. And then you got ads, and I can show you those pinups too. Then you got Pitt. You got Pitt there, and you got the pinup that George Perez did. Well, I like that George Perez spine. So, with that being said, that's definitely it just shows Spawn trying to Al's trying to figure out who he is, what happened to him, why is he in this costume, what happened to his life, why he can remember his wife, but he's kind of foggy on other things. He's having flashback on this and that. But my question here is, do you think I should get these books graded by CGC or CBS? Should I send these books to get graded? That is my question. Would it be worth it to get them graded? And with that, or just sell them as they are? Down the line. Should I get these graded, or should I sell them down the line as they are? You know what? One thing I was going to do too, I was going to contact Todd Mcfarlane, and see if he would be willing to sign them if I mailed them to his house, and he, or his workplace or whatever, his business place, and would he be willing to sign them? I might email him and see what he says. Oh, you say mail? Yeah, you can. Don't hurt to ask. So that's something I'm going to put out there. I'll let you know the next time around that I do a comic book review video. What did he say? What did Todd Mcfarlane say? I'm going to email him today. Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday the 11th of July. I'm going to email Todd Mcfarlane today and ask him if I send in 1, 2 books, 3 books, whatever, would you be willing to sign them if I send him a self-addressed stamped envelope that he can mail them back to me? Would he be willing to sign them? And you just let me know in the comments below. Would you be willing, or should I, if I get him to sign it or don't get him to sign it, should I get these graded? Alright, everybody be safe. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, the bell icon, and leave a comment and let me know what you think. And we'll see you next time on Culture Pop Collectibles.